So now that I've gathered all my supplies, I'm going to go through a really easy and fast way to get that nice crusty French bread. Some really awesome tools to have would be a big KitchenAid stand mixer. This is a refurbished one, so these are possible to get, cheap-ish. Then we have these buckets. You go to a restaurant supply store. These are great. They're nice and tall. I spray these down with my non-GMO oil spray, and this is where my bread will rise. Dutch ovens come in many varieties. This one is a Lodge. It is hefty, but it is great. I can use the lid as a frying pan. And like this one I found at like Shopko or something, and it's just one of those enamel ones. They don't clean off very easily. Another great tool to have is a little thermometer. You don't want your water to be too hot or else it'll kill your yeast and you won't even get a chance. Usually they say within 110 degrees to 115 is a really good benchmark. Mine says 98. I'm happy with that. So, throw all those guys in there. I'm gonna add some food for them. This is the fastest this is the fastest step. This is step one. So we're gonna push this guy aside. He's gonna just warm up. They're gonna get all frothy and happy. We're gonna add our flour into our mixer. So we've got 5 cups of flour, unbleached. I also like unbromated. This one's my fine, I found this at Grocery Outlet, fine Himalayan pink salt. Schmancy. I like to take my whisk and just get all that salt even in there. Spray that down. Alright, so I'm going to give credit to, I'm following a recipe from at Life as a Strawberry Instagram handle. Easy crusty French bread. I'm taking the recipe, I'm doubling it to make 2 loaves, and then she's got a beautiful explanation and instructions and stuff. People sometimes they start with the warm yeast water mixture in the bowl, and then they add the flour slowly to incorporate. I have found that it does not matter what you do. You can start it that way, or you can put all your flour, your dry ingredients, and slowly pour in your water, which I think works just fine. I can pour in as much water. If it starts to look too wet, I can sprinkle a little bit more flour and just even it out. This does not have oil. Some of the bread recipes have oil in it to make it a little bit easier, but you don't need oil. This one's a flour, salt, water, but this one's got sugar to make it go faster. You don't need sugar, but it will take longer for your yeast to wake up. And you can see already that this is already starting to foam up and make a nice thick layer of foam there on the top. So they're starting to eat that sugar. I'm gonna let it, because I have the time, I'm gonna let it wake up even more before I pour it into the mixing bowl.
And then you dump the salt in, and then whatever this is, and whatever this is. Now you put it in the bowl, and your perfect food.
Okay, all you crazy. Thank you for the comedic relief. Our yeast has foamed up most wonderfully. Super. We're gonna mix it in, and maybe you should see this up close and give you a shot of the bowl and see how moist you want your dough to be. You don't want it to be dry because then you have dry bread. we want a sticky dough, okay? Just sticky enough, not ridiculously sticky, but it will be hard to deal with if you've never dealt with it before. So let's get you right here. Okay, see how sticky it is? All right, this is a really sticky dough. It is stuck to the bottom, and I'm gonna actually use my little scraper tool to get it up off of the bottom, and then we're gonna dump it into the bowl. I'm gonna make it look nice because I like that. Instead of, so we're not gonna have oil, so this is gonna be really sticky. I'm gonna use some water, my hand wet. I'm gonna fold.
Get on my back.
So pick up the corner and fold it into the middle. Use water so it doesn't stick to your hands. The dough will get nice and tight, and then you could let it rest and turn it again. Okay, so it's a nice round, nice shape. It's nice and tight. So all the folds are on the bottom. So I'm going to leave this here and you can see how it rises. This is a pretty warm kitchen. I let things rise on my oven because it's warm, because the light from the microwave warms up the surface of the stove. Okay, let's check back in 1 hour and see where it is. We are 1 hour later, and look at this. This bread recipe is awesome. Look how much it expanded. So now we're gonna shape our loaves. Oh, also these put a lot of flour in your proofing baskets. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to fold. Do not punch this dough. You punch it down and you lose all the air bubbles. And then it's just this compact brick of bread. Okay, so I folded everything in, and now I'm going to flip it, making sure I have lots of flour. And then I'm going to go and tuck and tuck and turn. We're gonna cut it in half because we are making 2 loaves. So, okay, so watch this. We're gonna take the same, it's wet, you know, so we're gonna fold that. And we're gonna fold it all under. See all my folds? It's pretty ugly in there. So you tuck that all in there and you fold them and you turn. And you can also pull it towards you while also pushing this side so that you're kind of folding them and really turning those end pieces into the dough. So you fold, and then you turn it, and you push, you turn, you push, you turn, until it's a nice, tight, round ball. And now you take all your flour and you put it on the top. Okay. Now you let these rise for 20 minutes. turn your oven on to 460 degrees Fahrenheit and put your Dutch ovens into your oven so that they all warm up and they're nice and hot to put the bread into. Okay, now the trick is, let's get this into the hot Dutch oven without burning yourself. Half an hour later, we're gonna open these up. I'm just gonna put them in for about 6 minutes to make them brown. Oh, they're pretty golden brown right now. Oh yeah. Let these cool on a rack. Best, easiest way I found to get them out, tongs. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful.